It started with a whisper. A rumor drifting through the cold Los Angeles night: they've already made the money back. No one believed it at first. How could they? 1015 billion yen, a number so massive it felt like it lived in another universe. But the whisper grew louder. Because behind the flashing lights of Dodger Stadium, behind the roar of fans wrapped in Shohei Ohtani jerseys, behind the endless camera shutters chasing the most electric star in sports, a quiet truth had begun to emerge. The Dodgers' historic investment wasn't just paying off, it was exploding into something bigger than anyone imagined. People talk about superstardom. They talk about icons. They talk about legends. But Shohei Ohtani isn't merely an athlete. He is an industry. A gravitational force. A one-man economic explosion rewriting every rule baseball executives once believed was unbreakable. When news broke that 1,015 billion yen, roughly $700 million, had essentially been recouped, analysts in LA froze. This wasn't supposed to happen. Not this fast. Not even close. Some said maybe it was an exaggeration. Some said it was hype. But those closest to the numbers, the people who see the revenue streams before they hit the headlines, knew something stunning was unfolding. Everywhere Ohtani walked, value followed. Ticket sales didn't just rise, they detonated. Merchandise sales didn't just spike, they broke through ceilings like they were made of paper. Brand partnerships didn't just line up, they formed a stampede, desperate to attach their name to the most transcendent figure baseball has seen in a century. And yet, that was only the surface. Because the real story, the story no one predicted, was the global reach. The way a highlight clip from LA could ripple through Tokyo, Seoul, Manila, Taipei, Vancouver, Sydney, and New York in a matter of minutes. The way one swing from Ohtani could send broadcasters scrambling, websites crashing, and markets reacting. Executives whispered that they were witnessing something not seen in modern sports economics. Reporters said they had never seen numbers moving this quickly. And one LA analyst, stunned by the internal figures, admitted that the financial shockwave around Shohei was at a level no one anticipated before the contract. It wasn't just baseball revenue anymore. It was tourism. It was streaming rights. It was global broadcast demand. It was businesses relocating to LA just to be near the heartbeat of the Ohtani phenomenon. And Dodger Stadium had transformed. The moment Ohtani stepped on the field, the atmosphere changed. The air felt charged, as if every pitch, every step, every smile carried a weight, the weight of millions watching, hoping, expecting, dreaming. Some nights, it felt like the stadium was breathing. It wasn't just a team playing baseball. It was a world watching a story unfold, frame by frame, like a cinematic epic unfolding under the California lights. But what truly stunned insiders wasn't the money itself. It was the speed. They expected growth. They expected excitement. But no one, not even the most optimistic voices in LA, believed the Ohtani effect would ignite a financial wildfire this quickly. It forced analysts to rewrite their models. It forced economists to reconsider the limits of individual impact. It forced rival teams to simply shake their heads and accept reality. There is Shohei Ohtani, and then there is everyone else. Through all of it, Ohtani remained calm, humble, focused. While the world counted the money, he counted strikes. While executives measured revenue curves, he measured timing and balance. While corporations chased deals, he chased improvement. That contrast, the roaring world around him and the quiet discipline within him, only amplified the myth. And with every game, every swing, every moment that sent crowds erupting like thunderstorms, another truth became impossible to deny. This wasn't an accident. This wasn't hype. This wasn't temporary. This was legacy. Because sometimes in sports, a player arrives who doesn't just break the mold, he melts it down, reshapes it, and leaves the world staring in disbelief at what comes next. Ohtani did that to the game. And now he was doing it to the economy. LA insiders say that the financial wave is still rising. That endorsements, tourism, broadcasting, and global campaigns are only entering phase 1. That the full scale of the Ohtani effect may take years to understand, and even longer to replicate. They speak of him the way people once spoke about Jordan, Tiger, Messi. Not just as athletes, but as forces of nature. And maybe that's the right word. Because a force of nature doesn't follow rules. It doesn't wait. It doesn't hesitate. It arrives, reshapes everything in its path, and leaves the world awestruck. That's Shohei Ohtani, a dual-threat legend who has now become a dual-impact phenomenon, on the field and in the global marketplace. As the lights in LA continue to shine bright and the cheers echo across oceans, one thing has become clear. The contract wasn't a gamble. It was a blueprint. A blueprint for a future where one extraordinary athlete can elevate a franchise, a league, and an entire economy, all without losing the humility that makes him so universally beloved. And as the story of this unprecedented journey continues to unfold, millions are watching, waiting, wondering, if this is what the beginning looks like, how unbelievable will the next chapter be?